Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be a pretty short video. I just want to explain how I am taking advantage of this working from home situation. So with my job, we've been working from home since March and I realized all I really need to work is Wi-Fi. I'm going on a trip to Utah for 2 weeks and I'm going to explain how I'm going to budget it.
So yeah, let's get right into this.
I have like a little note, so if I look down, that's why. My schedule is from 10:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Now that's Central Time, and where we're going, I'm not sure what the time zone is, but it's definitely an hour behind. My shift is actually going to start at 9:30 and end at 6:30 p.m., which is brilliant because we're going to St. George, Utah, and that's next to a bunch of cute hiking places. It's also right next to Zion National Park, so we're definitely gonna hit up that. There's 4 main things, and if I think of anything on the spot, I'll let y'all know as well. The first option is really beneficial. If you have the opportunity to travel with someone or multiple people, that will save you a lot on lodging and transportation. I would say road tripping, if you have a car, would always be beneficial because, you know, plane costs, and then when you get there you have to Uber everywhere or taxi everywhere. But if you bring your own car, that just saves money. This road trip, it's like 20 hours away, so you have to drive 2 days, and that's a lot of gas. But if you think about it, the gas could be the same price as the ticket, but when you get there you still need to have a way to get around. And yes, you can use a bus, but when I'm on vacation I don't want to use a bus. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of this, but Airbnb/Vrbo, they're both short-term rental sites, and I 100% would rather use those sites than an actual hotel. The number one is because they're usually cheaper and it's a more of a local unique experience. The only difference between the two is Airbnb, you can just rent a 1 room in the entire house or apartment, but you can also book an entire place. But on Vrbo, they don't give you the option of renting out just 1 room. They give you the option of the entire place. It's not shared at all. Like I said, they're both very, very good, and hotels are just more expensive. The fourth thing is, you know, when you're on vacation, I know there's definitely a temptation to eat out more, especially because you've never been there, but actually going to the grocery store will save you so much money and also just keep you healthier, to give you more energy throughout the vacation. Because, you know, I feel like once people go on vacation mode, they're just junk food, let's go out to eat, and it ends up being really expensive and just not good for you. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with going out once or twice, and if you really want to, 3 times, you know, but just make sure you have your own goals so that you're not just unaware that you're going out to eat, you know, 8 times a week. So my total budget for this Utah trip for 2 weeks is $750, and that may seem like a lot, but honestly that's covering transportation, lodging, activities, food. So stretching the $750 out for 2 whole weeks, that's 14 days. That's pretty good. And again, these are some things that worked for me. They're not going to work for everyone. So I'm going with my boyfriend, and we found an Airbnb in St. George, Utah that is $800 for 2 weeks. Now that's a really good price for 2 weeks. And the thing about Airbnb and Vrbo is once you book the rental for more than 1 week, they usually have discounts. So we did get a very good discount, which is what I really liked about this place. It has a king-size bed, very good Wi-Fi. I even messaged the host. She answered in 1 minute, and I asked her, do you have really good Wi-Fi? And she was like, yes, really good. And I was like, okay, perfect. And what I do on Airbnb, and I'm not sure about Vrbo, but they have on Airbnb, you can see if they're a super host, and that basically just means that they do a really, really good job. And yeah, this was a super host, and as soon as I messaged her, she answered back, and that just let me trust her a little bit more, because I just don't like when I message them and, you know, I want to put a certain amount of money into this, but they take their time to answer, and I'm just like, okay, so if I'm actually needing something, like how long are you gonna take to answer me when I'm stuck somewhere and I need help?
Okay. Sorry, there's like cops that just pulled up in my apartment. So that's gonna be interesting.
Okay, 3 cops now. Hopefully I can see some action and update y'all later. Anyway, where was I? Okay. Oh, also read the reviews. If there's 20 reviews and one's bad, I'm not really gonna care. If they're overall good, 5-star, 4-star, like that's great. But if you go look at the reviews and half of them are really bad, just don't risk it, you know, because this is a vacation. Like, you don't want to run into any problems. So if you can, yeah, so if you can, just like don't risk it. So like I said, it was $800 for 2 weeks, so I split that with my boyfriend, so that's $400 each. Now I asked my mom, we live with my mom, and I asked her, please, just for the month of August, I normally pay $450 for rent, and I was like, can I please have $200 off for August? It's also my birthday month, so I was hopefully, you know, she says yes. And she did. She gave me $200 off, which I'm super grateful for, and I know that's not everyone's situation, and I'm not trying to be spoiled, but I just wanted to see what I could cut off from, and my mom was really nice to do that for me. So I ended up only having to pay $200 for those 2 weeks. Another thing is it takes 2 days to drive from Austin, Texas to St. George, Utah, so we're gonna have to stay one night going there and going back, and I'm paying for the one night like going there, and my boyfriend's paying for the one night going back. So that'll be around $65, hopefully less. And then there's $150 on gas. With my car, we're going in my car, it only takes $20 to fill it up, and it lasts like 4 hours of driving, so that's pretty good. Definitely really good. So yeah, I have a Nissan. I don't know why it's so cheap, but I love it. Okay, and the last thing is $335 on food/activities. Obviously, I'm gonna try to not spend a lot, but that's just my maximum amount that I'm gonna give myself to go grocery shopping, do activities, hiking, anything I need that comes up, and if there are any emergencies, hopefully that will be enough. So yes, the total will be $750 for 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be working all day and I'm gonna be hiking at night, and I cannot wait. I need this. I have been in my living room with my boyfriend since March, and I just literally can't wait. So yeah, that's how I'm taking advantage of this working from home situation, and honestly, hopefully it's not going to be too much more expensive than if I were just to stay in Austin for 2 weeks. Well, alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully I was able to give out some new tips, and if you have any questions or have any tips for me, then please comment or message me on Instagram. I would love that, and just have a great day.